Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading all about this very week. We have 3 cards that are going to give you an overview about what you can expect and also what you are being called to focus on to make this week the best one possible. So let's begin. The first card is what you are being called to embrace. And here we have Goddess Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. With this one, I see 2 main possibilities. The first one being, like the card says, you standing up for what you believe is right when it comes to your values and your opinions in connection with others. But there is also another message that is just about you. The need for you to tune into your heart and really feel what feels right and what doesn't when it comes to various situations this week. And this doesn't only have to be situations that are going to happen this week. It can also be things that are already present in your life that you are being called to really ask yourself, is this right for me to keep this? And it can be anything from like a person to a material thing. But you are being called to ask yourself the question about what feels right and what doesn't. This is important for you this week. The next card is something that is going to happen this week. The event that will be the most prominent for you. And here we have the card, the masculine. So, oops, wrong way. This week, I see you being very action-oriented. And this can be in the pursuit of your dreams and passions. You are really getting new fuel to move in the direction of your heart's true desires. This card can also talk about the things that the last card talked about when you are discerning about what feels right and what doesn't. And you then being able to take action toward changing these things. So that's exciting. The last card is the message your angels have for you about this week. And they are saying to you, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So your angels are really amplifying the message that Goddess Bridget brought to you about the importance of you really tuning in and asking yourself in as many situations as possible what feels right for you and what doesn't. And once you are clear about this, you should take action to make changes. Because your angels, they really want you to just get rid of the old and outdated so that you can welcome the new. Because when our lives are just full of things that really doesn't serve us, these things, no matter if they are literally things or people, situations, whatever, they take up space and energy, and it makes it so much harder for the things that we truly deserve and desire to enter. So in order to welcome what we want, there is a need for us to say goodbye to that which we really don't want and truly in our heart know doesn't serve us any longer. So pile number 1, this is your message about this week. And I think it looks beautiful and quite transformative. I hope it will be a good one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading all about this very week. we have 3 cards that are going to give you an overview about what you can expect and also what you are being called to focus on to make this week the best possible. So let's get started. The first card that we have is about what you are being called to embrace. And here we have the card See Only Love. So what you are being called to embrace is really a heart-centered energy and a loving mindset. And to apply this when it comes to, really just any situation that you come across this week. To focus on the beauty and love within each and everyone that you meet and encounter and in every situation. Because as you do this, you not only lift your own vibration, but you also impact the vibrations of others. This card is also calling you to embrace the love you have for yourself, to pour self-love into your own heart, and to make room for activities that will enhance your ability to love yourself. And this doesn't have to be like super big, grand activities that take a lot of time. It can just be being extra focused this week. And perhaps when you pass a mirror, that you look into your eyes every time you do that, and you either say out loud or think to yourself, I love you. You are beautiful. You deserve the very best. The next card that we have is something that is going to happen this week, an event that will be the most prominent for you. And here we have the card Surrender. So with this one, I really see you being able to let go of that which you no longer need this week. You stop being so stubborn when it comes to holding on to aspects and behaviors and things that you truly know doesn't serve you anymore and doesn't align with the person you have become now. This card also brings another message that are for a select few, so take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. And that is to surrender a particular situation that has to do with another person. I see that some of you may have been taking like a lot of action toward this person. You have been the one that has been taking the initiatives and you really haven't gotten that much response back. So this week you are being called to surrender this situation and instead to choose people that choose you. So if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. The next card is a message from your angels, and they are saying to you, Cupid. So another card about love. And again, I believe the self-love part is really amplified with this one as well. You taking your focus back from other people and instead putting that focus and energy into yourself. Because you know that this truly is the way to attract people into your life that also values you in a way that you deserve to be valued and loved. So your angels are really amplifying the importance of you focusing on yourself, focusing on loving yourself, but also immersing yourself in what lights you up and what makes you happy. Follow your heart and your passions. And yes, they want your focus to be on yourself this week. So pile number 2, this was your reading about the next 7 days. I hope they will be beautiful for you. Bye bye! Hello pile number 3 and welcome to your reading, all about this week. The cards are going to give you an overview about what you can expect and also what you are being called to focus on in order to make this week the best possible. There were supposed to be only 3 cards, but when I was shuffling the last one, 2 cards wanted to jump out for you. So you got a double message from your angels. But now let's get into your reading. The very first card that we have is about what you are being called to embrace. And here we have the card of acceptance. It might seem a bit paradoxal, but acceptance actually is the first step of change. So you are being called to really come to terms with the way things are in your life right now and to accept whatever is in your present moment. You're also being called to realize what things you can change and what things you cannot change, like for example the behavior of other people or circumstances as such where you do not have any control. And when it comes to these kinds of things, you are just being called to surrender and let go and instead focus on yourself and the areas in your life where you actually can make a change. This card can also be about self-acceptance and self-love. So if that is something that you have been struggling with lately, then this is really the week where you are being called to take steps toward, increasing your self-love and self-acceptance. For me, personally, I find that mirror work is a very transformative, beautiful way to change the way you feel about and see yourself. So just stand in front of a mirror and speak kind words to yourself. It might be very hard in the beginning if this is something that you aren't used to or have done before. But yes, as I said, it's very transformative, so the longer you continue, the easier it will get, and you will really feel how you are changing your how you see yourself, so to speak, and you are increasing the love you feel for yourself. So try mirror work perhaps, or some other practice that you feel called to and that resonates with you when it comes to giving yourself more love this week. The next card is going to represent something that will happen, the event that will be the most prominent for you. And here we have the card Sovereignty. So yes, beautiful. This card is really speaking of how this week is going to be the week where you are taking back your power. Like the last card was talking about you seeing the areas in your life where you want to see change. With this card, Sovereignty, you also realize that the change is in your hands and that you are the only one who can make this happen. So you are taking back your power and stepping into your power, and you are steering your life in the direction that you desire. This card also speaks about the ability to set boundaries. So that is also highlighted. You are going to feel more in your power, power this week, and also being able to set boundaries. This can be in connection with other people, like perhaps saying no to things and people that you do not want to engage with. But it can also talk about you setting boundaries in, like just for yourself in your day-to-day life. Perhaps you're spending a bit too much time in front of the screen. Maybe you take your phone the first thing you do in the morning and then perhaps the last thing you do before falling asleep. And this is something that you want to change and you want to put up some boundaries. This is just an example. Yeah, I struggle with this myself, so it was the first thing that came to mind. But anyway, yes, you are being sovereign and you are being the queen or king maybe of your own realm this week. So that is very exciting to see. The last two cards are messages from your angels, what they most want you to know about the next 7 days. And the first one is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So with this one, your angels are really amplifying the last message about you coming into your power. You are taking the lead of your own life and going in the direction that you desire. You see the things that needs to change and you are not afraid to take action towards changing them. So this just comes as encouragement from your angels. They have your back. This card can also be about, whoops, my cat. This card can also be about, like it says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And perhaps not only when it comes to your own life and your own decisions, but maybe you are a leader and you have something that would inspire others that you are being called to share. So if you feel that that message resonates for you, then that is definitely confirmation from your angels that this is something that you should pursue, or pursue in an even bigger way than before if you are already doing this. The last message from your angels is trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So with this card, your angels are really wanting to bring your attention to the fact that your intuition is so on point, and especially this week you are being called to follow it without hesitation. So if you have been getting intuitive hits about some things, or if this is something that is going to happen this week, you getting downloads and gut feelings, then your angels are saying trust it, because it is divinely guided. The feelings you get, the gut feelings, your intuition, so to speak, is actually the divine trying to get your attention when it comes to certain situations. So you're being called to trust that and to take appropriate action. So yes, pile number 3, this was your reading about the next 7 days, and I must say they look very exciting indeed. So I hope you will have a beautiful week. Bye bye!